Hi, my cardinal signs, and welcome to your weekly money energy reading. This is timeless. This will be for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs, or put it anywhere in your placement. Baby, you like it. I love it. Okay. Vedic astrology, Western astrology, whatever you like. Baby, I love. Because somebody told me that what their sign was in Vedic astrology. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot you could do that. Y'all, pardon me. It's been a minute. Okay. Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. This is for you. So we're going to ring the bell, clear your energy. But before we get into it, please like this video, share it out, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I post for you. Okay, my cardinal signs? And so without further ado, baby, we're going to ring this bell and we're going to get right into it. And receive that. So what I got for you guys was I saw a box and hearing the words like they're trying to box me in, or I'm feeling boxed in. So let's take a look at that, okay? Also, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, that information is in the description box below. If you would like to leave a love donation to help support this channel, that information is in the description box below as well. And also my social media, come check me out over on Instagram. I go live over there. We catch a word. We have a good time. And I also do daily card pulls. Hang on, guys. I'm just going to get my area together. I also do daily card pulls in my reels to calibrate our days for magic and success. So go follow me over there. Okay, guys? So I'm going to pull like 3 cards out for you guys first. And let's take a look at it. And of course, 2 more want to come out. Oh, okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have Wheel of Fortune. So something's moving forward here. Like there's a cycle closeout. There's an ending, a wrap up, a completion. And this is like a big thing. So this might be you ready to walk away from your job or change career paths, or and I'm not telling you to do that. This is not advice, y'all. This is just what the cards are. This is what's coming up, okay? But make your decisions, make good choices that work for you in your life, okay? But we're just looking at the energy of shmoney, honey, okay? So the Wheel of Fortune talks about destined and fated events. That's like lucky and fortuitous energy. That's like, you know, Lady Luck is pointing directly at you. And also, you know, that the wheel is turning. So if things are going well, if the wheel does turn, you just have to know that if things go down a little bit with your finances, if you're feeling boxed in, that the wheel also turns again. So whether you're feeling like you're up here or you're feeling like in the pits, like, come on, I'm finished with the struggle. I feel you. But this is still very good energy. This is still about 10, a completion of something and the beginning of something else. Okay, my cardinal signs. The first card out is the 5 of Wands. So this can be competition. This can be bickering. Okay, maybe you are fighting for an increase in your salary. Maybe you have an internal conflict about what to do career-wise or what's the best decision to make. So this week is just saying this energy alone is thick as hell. And so the things on the ground feel very thick, feel very heavy, feel very like contrasting. And so you might be having fights or bickering. Maybe you and your partner are squabbling about bills or finances or debt. Maybe this is you like feeling like it's all coming at you and you're getting boxed in. But 5 is also a number of change. Okay, so expect a change to come. You have the Ace of Wands, which is very, you know, passionate, fiery energy. It's a new beginning. It's action oriented. Okay, this is also a gift from the universe. You're being gifted an opportunity to take some divinely inspired action towards increasing your income, increasing your funds. Okay, look, you got the 10 of Swords. In this deck, they have 2 of them. And this one says the 10 of Swords and this one says everything is fine. And look at her on her phone. But it's like not even this front, you know, like you have to just keep going, cardinal signs. Like it's like we just got to keep going and make this happen. We just got to keep going and make this happen. And or when you beat up on yourselves, you go like in. This is saying maybe you're having a period this week where you're coming out of it, because after the fray, you see this new beginning coming in and you're like, oh, I think I can do this. Because, and this is also being able to communicate. Maybe you've been communicating like, no, I actually need help. I actually am going to need some assistance. I have too many things working at cross purposes against me. I got to just remember like to mind my P's and Q's and be aware of my surroundings and have that like situational awareness at all times, because this new beginning is going to be granted when you are able to get up off the floor and not distract yourself, okay? And not allow your thoughts to work against you, because look, you got the Empress, okay? This is abundance. This is luxury. This is having more than enough. This is plentiful energy. This is divine feminine energy. This is birth, pregnancy, increase, provision, okay? This is nurturing energy. So nurture yourself. I think that's what's happening here, is that you're finally coming out of this thing where you're just pretending that everything's fine, 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 fine. No, it's not fine. Okay, and it's okay when it's not fine, but it's not okay to stay like this and have all of these things to contend with and not address it, or to just do that for other people while it's really like eating you up, right? And so coming out of that helps you sit into that Empress energy, where now you can welcome in energy of abundance. Now you can welcome in with this clarity of mind coming at this end 10 completion, right? And also saying, but not pretending it's okay, right? Oh, what a weight lifted off your shoulders. Now you can get clarity of mind, clarity of spirit, that gets your energy clear, that gets you in a different state to then take this sort of action. And then you out. You're out. You're going to use the momentum of this Aries energy. Now we're in Aries season, okay? And you are a cardinal sign, Aries. So cardinals, my Aries cardinals, you guys, this is your season. And just for all of us, we are all in Aries season. So how do I work with this energy and use it to my best advantage to put my best foot forward and then really follow divinely inspired action, right? This can also be about a change in residence, or like an interim place. This is movement. And it can also be if it's in your love life, honey, even though this is your this is your money reading, that it can be like an affair, quick, fast, passionate, burns bright and burns out quickly affair. So be on the lookout for that. So we got the Hanged Man in reverse for the 5 of Wands. So this is about changing your perspective, or not, a temporary pause ended, but it ended with like a crash, bang, boom of like a lot of conflicting energy. And, but you see, she's, no matter which way this is, she's in her grace. Right? So I think that's what helps open the way for the Ace of Wands here, is because you didn't just stay with your heads in the sticks, like trying to fight your way through it. Am I holding this entire deck upside down? Is that what's happening? It is. Oh, well, it was meant to be. In this new beginning, as things are rushing forward, keep in mind what actions, what thoughts, what changes you made served your and it supported you taking another step forward in terms of your finances, okay, in terms of money and career, right? Like, don't regress back into this energy of like pretending things are okay and not upholding your boundaries, even in the workplace, y'all, because you spend so much of your time there. It's like, don't let that place become a space that's toxic for you. And you see that? Because you're getting that enlightenment no matter which way it's facing with that Hangman reverse. It's like you can put it back right round when you go within that High Priestess energy. Didn't I say when you clear out all that mental clutter, then you can start thinking solution oriented. Then you'll get creative with your finances and your budgeting, etc. And then you can open up space and room for, manifestation of the finances, honey, right? Of the resources, of the provision, the increase. Okay, so trust your intuition and go with your gut about what it is you're feeling about your workplace, your career, your finances, the things that have been weighing heavy on you and making you feel immobile, making you feel that you were so overwhelmed that you become immobile, that you can't, that, it's like a fear that terrifies you to the point where you can't move, right? Like you're frozen. But when you go within and you alleviate some of that and you trust yourself with yourself, then the ideas, the solutions begin. Woo, 2 cards came out with the Empress, y'all. So with the Empress energy, we have the Moon and the Wheel of Fortune again. Oh my gosh, if you don't see that this is like turning around for you, that things are going to start working out for you once you take a very real and honest assessment about where you are with things. Like if you're not fine, let people know you're not fine, so people know not to put too much pressure on you, baby, okay? If you feel like, no, I'm actually not okay with the state of my finances or with this career field I'm working in, then you have to start asking yourself, getting out of the inner fray, inner conflict, and just breathe through having even the difficult conversation you have to get through with yourself before you can start presenting your new boundaries or your new choices to the people in your life. Okay, make up your mind about it first before you go off. I'm not saying so that you shut out anyone else's advice, but I'm saying so that you know what to stand on, so that you're not looking to other people to direct your life, right? So that you don't feel boxed in, so that you don't box yourself in. Oh, it's a word. So we have the Moon with something's coming to the surface, something's being revealed. This is psychic insight and intuition and trusting that, and things coming to light, but the things in the darkness come to light by way of moonlight, right? It's the night's sun. It illuminates things in the dark that the sun can't. This is deep divine feminine energy and tapping into that divine feminine receptivity in terms of how you manifest and what you think is possible for you. Okay? How are you talking to yourself? Ask yourself the hard questions. Do I really believe I deserve this? Do I really trust myself with taking this risk to make these changes, or whatever it looks like for you? Okay? Do what is best for you. You will always cardinal signs, right? Because you guys are the initiators, okay? You represent the spark of the idea, the beginning of a season, big idea people. So don't get afraid when the wand is there throwing you forward into action after the big idea. You have enough in your arsenal to back yourself up and to show up with yourself. You can trust you with you. And that's what's coming up to the surface is like, yeah, I think this cycle is closing out. You know what? I am going to start feeling like, this, what if it all works out for me? We can all do the what if it all goes wrong game all day long. We know we've mastered that. We've perfected it, baby. But the what if it all works out? What if I really just show up? What if I really just don't negotiate with myself when it's time to do the things I don't really feel like doing? Or whatever the thing is that you feel like is in the way, right? Environment. Oh, this place, it's so toxic. I'm done. It's all coming up to the surface for a reason, so that you'll look at it and actually take divinely inspired action with it, okay? To use that discernment and not make moves from that, like, everything's fine, 10 of swords space, okay? Oh, but look where you're rushing off to. The sun. Look at that, rushing into victory, into radiant success. This is the time. This is your time. The sun is shining on you, boo. Okay? This is a good week where you'll feel a lifting, a lightening, and it comes from the burdens you're going to choose to put down, from the ways of thinking or the limitations in your thinking that you've been placing on what's possible for you. And now you're going to not just rush forward aimlessly, but you're rushing forward to, like, you know, this is a yes card as well, the sun, right? It's the happiest card in the deck. Some people say, like, it trumps any negative card that could come up. It trumps it. And you see, didn't I tell you to be careful not to backslide into that sort of thing, right? When you feel like the temporary pause is over, but you're being hit with so much, and don't be afraid about that beginning. Because you see, it's always tempting when you're making the progress, when you're moving forward, when you're really ready to roll the dice on you, when you're really ready to implement changes in your boundaries, or changes in your standards, or changes in how you treat yourself, and what treatment you're willing to allow, right? And what treatment you're going to be given to others. When all of that stuff that's all wrapped up and connected to our finances as well, and our shmoney, honey, there are things that'll be like, just buy it, you'll feel better, or whatever the thing is, right? We want to always think in abundance, but we don't want to make moves that put ourselves at a disadvantage, right? And you guys, like, even though you're the idea people, you still like a certain level of structure there. So it's saying, don't be tempted. Don't be tempted to go back into that old way of thinking. No. It's just so much easier to call yourself stupid and say you can't do it, and say it's just too much right now. No. Just keep saying it's always going to be like this. It's so much easier. It's very tempting right now. So addiction doesn't just have to be, oh, you're addicted to, it's substance abuse, it's alcoholism, it's sex addiction. It can also just be, I'm addicted to talking negatively to myself when I start, amping myself up to push myself to go further. You know what I'm saying? Getting that clarity and the discernment with the King of Swords there, okay? And the Ace of Cups. Come on. And then the Ace of Pentacles. Yes. And you see, it's right in your hands, my loves, with the World beneath that. There's a lot of major arcanas. I feel like financially speaking, career speaking, I feel like there's like really big movement happening, whether it's just your company's making big moves, or you're ready to make a big move. If something to do with your job requires you to move, okay? Because the World card can also be traveling, going somewhere else in the world than where you are right now. So let's get some energy oracle. We're at 18 minutes. That's perfect. I'm loving this for you guys. I'm trying to think if there's any other cards I want to use for y'all. Let's get some energy oracle and get this week's energy for the cardinal signs. Okay, what's going on with their money, honey? Hostilities, it's just making me think of the Five of Wands we saw here. So this isn't news here. I think that maybe something regarding finances, regarding pay or pay increase, or something happens that determines, like, I don't think I can stay here any longer, or something happens that really pushes you. And this is not fear mongering, and this is not for you to go expecting a fight when you go to work, or when you start starting your business, or whatever the thing is, or about your savings. It's just saying that the stress, the financial stresses that are coming with all of these big changes, and just hoping that everything, like, please just let all the pieces fall where they need to. I'm doing everything I can on the ground to assist the transition of whatever these big cyclic wrap-ups and new beginnings are, that are feeling like they're coming at you all at once, that has you very defensive and up in arms, and kind of like, well, I got to make moves here. Well, I got to just defend myself and fight my way out of this because this company's trying to play me, or this person isn't trying to pay me back my money, or, my credit card debt, and these people keep coming and coming and coming for me, and I'm trying to figure out a payment. Like whatever the thing is that feels like a financial stressor, student loans, you name it, right? You might be greeted with that this week, but you have so many good cards coming out with it that I feel like if you just recenter yourself like that, what was the card? The High Priestess card. If you just like go within, get into that King of Swords, like mental clarity, like facts over feelings mode, like, yeah, that's really effed up, but like, what are my options right now? Because, woo, everything that's going on, they're trying to rile up your fucking energy. Your energy is already riled the fuck up outside of your everyday tasks and things that you have to come into contact with in this human experience, right? Especially the ones that are just particular to you in your immediate life. But look at that. You got the temple path. Follow that temple path. You see, he's coming out looking ready for a fight, ready to defend and fight his way out of the fray. And getting into that High Priestess energy, getting into that clarity of mind, turning that Ten of Swords upside down and saying, I'm not allowing my thoughts to get in the way or work against me. I'm going to use the clarity sword, right? That's like the Ace of Swords. I'm going to pick up that Ace of Swords, and with clarity of mind and clarity of communication, I'm going to move forward and cut my way out this way. The temple pathway, going within. That's also, I'm not sure if it's a timing card or if it's like a card that, because I'm not sure if I'm thinking of another deck, but it's giving me that thing of like, something that'll take like a year, or something that has been in the works for a year that's now just coming up and like, oh my gosh, or arriving at something that's a culmination of something that took almost a year's time, right? Like, oh, this time last year it was really like this, but I've been following. I took the leap of faith and followed my temple path journey to within to get that calm and centeredness I need to make my moves. Okay, you're gonna make all your money moves, baby, but look at that angel of love. I love it. Raise that frequency, raise that vibration, change your thoughts about yourself and your relationship to money. Start really affirming and believing and reprogramming yourself to feel worthy of the increase, right? And to trust and believe that, yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do this, okay? I'm rooting for y'all. This is good. This is good energy. Even with the little like energy coming up, it's still beautiful energy. Hang on. Ooh, what is that? Oh. See, angel of balance. Getting yourself into that balance so that you're not making rash, brash decisions like, just my back's against the wall. I'm feeling boxed in. Oh, it's coming back full circle as we're about to wrap it up, guys. Angel of balance, okay? So get yourself centered and balanced, because especially when we're this stressed out, it's easy for outer things to rile us up. It's easier for outer things to really like make us be like, and today's where it stops, right? We have to get a handle on this thing, right? Because I feel like these next big changes, like all those major arcanas, are wave after wave after wave. I feel like every time, as a collective, every time we're about to catch our breath, it's going to be another thing and another thing, but not in a bad way where you have to fear that or like, don't say that to me because I'm not manifesting that. The whole world is going on right now, right? You need to just say that no matter what, right? Like bliss is a state of mind undisturbed by gain or loss, okay? Like that has to be the mantra. It's not always going to work, boo, okay? Allow yourself to be human, but it's also to say it's easier to produce that reaction out of you when you feel stretched and strained and nobody's effing listening, like what the and what's even going on here and who's in charge and do you even know what you're doing and this isn't enough and these things keep happening, right? All of this energy. So now let me make my next move from a strong and informed place. So, all right, so that's what's happening. So what do I need to do to make the right next decision to get out from my back being up against the wall, okay? Because you have blossoming abundance here. It's blossoming. You can grow where you're planted right now and then work on the change, right? It might not be, straight into the dream home. And I'm not saying it can't be because hello, but I'm saying maybe if it's not that it's just like that change of residence, but the thing that provides the next wheel turning. Oh, and look at that. The Ace of Swords was beneath that with the Six of Wands. No, we got to stop here. We got to stop. So, okay, my loves, this is what I'm saying. Like, don't be troubled by this, by all these different opinions and all these different things going on and all of these ways in which you're being pulled and stretched, okay? Look at that, the garden and the gate. It's saying what you created is already good. There's nothing wrong with it, but the growth that you can't stop thinking about, the expansion that just keeps popping up and won't leave you alone, that reoccurring thought or this reoccurring problem, that maybe it's still something that's manageable within your gate, right? Within your limits that we all set upon ourselves, right? What am I really comfortable with? But it's saying, but just beyond that also is like this vast, vast, vast world. So it's like, hey, not to knock what you already got going on, but do you know you can even expand that further? Do you know that you have the ability to move beyond that? Do you know that in this world anxious to tell you no, you're a yes, and all you need to do is open the gate? So it's the garden and the gate. Your garden is still producing for you. This blossoming abundance is still yours, but balance and weigh out your decisions and make a decision from a strong and informed place that works best for your highest outcome, your highest good, and the highest good of all involved. All right, my loves. So that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm wishing you so well this week. Remember, we're going to stay in that high vibration. We're going to stay in the mindset of increase, provision. And I can trust me with me. And when my back is against the wall, when I feel that I'm being boxed in, I know that I can't be boxed in because I'm limitless. And the first place I'm going to stop the boxing in is boxing myself in. Okay, so get into that expansive energy. I'm wishing you a beautiful week. Okay, I'll see you on your April monthly. I can't even talk, yo. I swear it's a retrograde going on. So I'll see you on your April monthlies. Thank you so much for watching. I'm wishing you mad love and many blessings. You count, you matter, you are important, you are seen, you are heard, you are worthy, you are deserving, you are magic, baby. Go get up in it, my cardinal signs, and I'll see you on the next one. Later. Let's clear it out. Ashe.